Hello guys, what is up? Today I am doing What If Deku Trained Like Baki Part 3, I believe? Yep, Part 3. And before I get started, I want to just say that Baki Season 4 is finally out, so some of you guys should go check it out. It's on Netflix. And I appreciate how much you guys have been watching What If Naruto had Bond's Powers. It has a lot of views, way more than I thought it would, but it just shows how much you guys like it. And we're over 40 subscribers now. So I mean, this is just awesome, and I want to thank those who have subscribed and those who keep on watching the videos. And let's get into the video. So last time I left off, Deku said that he was quirkless. And after this statement, Deku went on to win every single exercise except the ball throw, where everything else he just beat everyone, not by a large margin, but he beat everyone, getting first place. Rip, stretching, flexibility, running, pull-ups, anything, he beat them due to his sheer strength and power, because people don't really focus on bodies as much as they focus on quirks, unlike Bakugo and Kirishima, but they're still not that close to Deku. So Aizawa sees potential in Deku and asks him if he wants to train and learn his scarf technique that he uses combined with his quirk stoppage quirk. And Deku agrees, and after school for a few days, Deku comes to train with the scarf, which he masters about half of, which is pretty good. And if you guys watch Baki is not only good like in strength, but he is good at picking things up. So I'm gonna make his learning capabilities way higher for Deku because he trains like Baki. Then it's time for the hero versus villains exercise, which All Might comes in and explaining everything just like he did in the original, and gives them their costumes. And I'm gonna make Deku's suit red, and he's gonna have Aizawa's scarf. And since he is much buffer, it's gonna be kind of elastic, and he's gonna make it also not bulletproof, I mean fireproof, for fighting people like Bakugo, and for rescuing people who are in fireplaces and all that, just for good measure. All Might, before Deku leaves, stops Deku and asks him if he found a good successor for All For One. And if I said that I was gonna give One For All to anybody else, forget that. I'm giving it to Kirishima. Deku thinks that Kirishima is the best choice because he has a hardening quirk and can take the toll of the One For All output much more than normal people can. And that's just my opinion. After this, Deku and Momo enter instead of him and Uraraka, with this scarf around him and that red costume, and they start talking about some plans, but then get interrupted by Bakugo, so Deku has to improvise. Deku tells her that he's probably gonna attack him and that he's gonna make an opening for her to run away and go for Ida. And when Bakugo attacks with an explosion, Deku dodges and slams him into the ground using the scarf and holds him until Momo leaves. After Momo heads off, Deku gets off Bakugo, and Bakugo starts to stare down Deku and says, "Don't think you can beat me, Deku, just cause you got a little buff." Deku attacks with an explosion hook, which is his classic move, and Deku tanks it, still getting a little burn, grabs his wrist, twists it, and holds him in a headlock, which knocks out Bakugo because he has no oxygen. And then Deku wraps him up in the tape that they were given and heads off towards where Ida is. And when he arrives, he sees Momo hiding, and Ida using his villain impression, and it makes him laugh a little bit. He thinks up of a plan and he runs out, and Ida runs at him using his engines and slams Deku in the side, but Deku uses this opportunity to wrap the scarf around him and then slam him. And then Momo gets the opening to go and touch the bomb, and they win. And after this, the other battles go exactly the same. And yeah, after the day is over, Deku is heading back, and All Might is actually thinking about giving One for All to Kirishima, but we'll get onto that after a while. So while Deku is heading home, he gets stopped by Momo, who apologizes for not being much help, and Deku was like, "No, you did great. Just cause you have a great quirk and all that. It's just that I didn't give you enough chance to show off your abilities, and I apologize for that." And Deku was saying, "So how about I make it up to you? I'll invite you over to my house. You can hang out and eat." And Momo says, "Sorry, but I can't. We can meet up after school though, tomorrow." And Deku says it's a date while running away, leaving Momo kind of blushing. And after normal school for a while, and they keep doing normal lessons and stuff, Aizawa talks about the USJ, and the next day they get on the bus and head off. When they arrive, they meet 13, who explains everything about how quirks are dangerous, and just because you were on the hero side doesn't mean that your quirk cannot be hurtful to others. Case in point, Bakugo, and other people who have dangerous quirks like that. As she's talking, Kirishima sees a portal and asks if they're also going to be fighting villains, and Aizawa says no, those are real. And Deku thinks fast and tells Ida to run out and get heroes because he has the fastest. Well, he's the fastest. And Ida runs away, knocking down the door and running out to get All Might and the other pro heroes. While Deku and Aizawa and everyone head down, beating up the villains, killing almost some of them, but leaving them like half dead, and they're just kind of winded. And Shigaraki is getting pissed off because they're cheating. They're just kids. They weren't supposed to be able to beat people this easily. And that's when he calls in Hanayama Kaoru. And if you don't know who Hanayama is, he's in Baki and he's known for his grip strength. At a young age, he crushed things for fun. He could crush a bottle of beer like it was nothing and fold coins like it was a child's plaything. And this one, he's still gonna be that strong, except that All For One also gave him the quirk regeneration, so he's like the Nomu, but he's actually a real person. The Nomus will still come in, but not right now. Hanayama challenges Deku not as a villain, but as a fighter, and he rushes in, grabbing Deku's arm. And Aizawa was about to stop him because he thinks that he has a strength quirk because he looks so huge, and flashes his eyes at Hanayama, but as he does that, Deku's arm breaks and you can see the bones popping out. Luckily, Deku engaged his endorphins before this happened, but it still looks grotesque and he still feels a bit of the pain. And Deku tries to hit him and get him off him, and Deku's actually kind of scared, but then a cannonball comes flying out of nowhere, hitting Hanayama in the face and sending him flying. And then everyone surrounds him as Momo gives him a bandage, and they try to protect him and rush at Hanayama, who has already regenerated but get beat up, all of them, every single one. And he comes to Momo, who's trying to get away, and starts creating things and starts throwing it at him, and he's just dodging or tanking it and keeps moving on while regenerating. And soon he grabs her hand and crushes it as well, and Deku can hear her screams, which pisses him off because he's mad at himself that he couldn't do anything. And he rushes with so much strength and plants a right hook into Hanayama's jaw, breaking it. Obviously that's not gonna hurt him much because he can just regenerate, but he lets go of Momo and Deku catches her and sets her down. Now everybody behind him are scared. Everyone behind Baki is scared because of one reason. His back looks like a demon. And as Deku lifts his arms up in a really scary manner, the demon starts laughing. And if you haven't watched Baki, this is part of the Hanma blood. They all have demon backs. It's structure of their muscle because they were born to fight. It's like Saiyans having Zenkai boosts, except that in the Hanma blood family, they have demon backs. Every single one of them. and that's actually where I'm gonna leave it off. I know this one isn't as long as the other ones because I didn't add that many things in, but this is gonna set the groundwork, because if you listen closely. Oh wait, I didn't say it, did I? Oh, Hanayama is a Yakuza boss, so he's related to Overhaul, which is really a great coincidence because in the anime, Hanayama is actually a Yakuza boss. So I'm gonna relate that to the story later on, meaning that Overhaul will probably be coming in sooner. So yeah, thank you for those who have been watching the videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe, like. We're almost at 50 subscribers. I know we can do it. Please put down a lot of likes and comment down below what you think I should have changed about this what if, or what I should add in next, and characters from Baki you would like me to put in. And yeah, till next time.